Hello and welcome to the Keech Hospice Care Stadium. I am your commentator, Ryan Madden, and I'm here to give you live coverage of Biggleswade United versus Leighton Town in the Spartan South Midlands League. For Biggleswade United, this is the starting 11 as follows before we talk about the visitors. So in goal, we have Ollie Leslie, Josh Sterniolo starts today with Jordan Wright, Joe Babbage and Milo Keane in the defence. And a couple of returns in there. Charlie Black is back in the team today for the first time since he scored the winner that kept Biggleswade United up in the United Counties League last season. So he's in the starting 11 today, alongside Gareth Hunt, the club captain, of course, Jaden Irish, and Brad Heaps, the reserve captain, starts today for Biggleswade United. A front two of Taylor Wiley and Jesus Mendoza with a sub-bench of Luke Stance, Jaheim Flemings, Justin Gretorets, Mohamed El Kahabi, which is Ali, which, if you guys remember, actually set up the Charlie Black goal last season to keep us up in the United Counties League. So that's quite some story. And also, big congratulations to James Clark, who, at the age of 17, he's got himself in for the first time into the first team Matchday squad. Great to see James in the squad this evening. Of course, we've got a couple players who are out. Cameron Hyde, who suffered ligament damage on Saturday in the defeat at Risborough Rangers, as well as Markel Cousins, who broke his wrist, and both will be out for the season. Mason Watkins-Clark is also out tonight. So big absentees, which hence why the likes of Charlie Black has been almost drafted in just for this game to help out the team. It's going to be a real tough task for Biggleswade United tonight, but in the game of football, you just never know what's going to happen. The Leighton Town side, who are 13 games unbeaten, and they only need 1 point from their last 6 matches to win the championship. So they could win the Spartan South Midlands League tonight and gain promotion, which of course is their goal. To do so, they're going to need at least a point against this Biggleswade United side, who have only lost twice this season in the Spartan South Midlands League. And both teams are at a win apiece as well, with Leighton Town winning 5-1 in the league at Bell Close earlier on in the season, and Biggleswade United winning on penalties at Bell Close as well. In the County Cup, knocking out the current holders at the time, Leighton Town, on penalties by 5-4. So both teams have got 1 win apiece. Of course, it's going to be quite difficult tonight against a real motivated Leighton Town team. But one thing we know about Biggleswade United is they do not give up. But if they are to get anything from this game tonight, they will have to keep out the top goal scorer in the division, Leon Lovejoy, 55 goals for the season. Combined 95 goals between Leon Lovejoy and Taylor Wiley, both starting against one another this evening. Biggleswade United in their red home strip this evening, with Leighton Town in their yellow and black stripe. Both teams coming out now. So this should be quite interesting, because for Biggleswade United, there isn't really much pressure with the circumstances. But Biggleswade United came out home, of course, they would want to get the result. They're up against a real strong Leighton Town side this evening, who have a real strong following due to, of course, their circumstances of potentially gaining promotion tonight and the championship, as I have mentioned. So for Biggleswade United, who we currently sit in 8th place in the Spartan South Midlands League, won 15 of those, drawn 7 and lost 11 with 52 points. Still an opportunity to rise up the table, but there isn't any possibility now, realistically, of gaining that promotion place. It's going to be a real slim chance. I don't think it's mathematically out of the question, but it's very close to being. So for Biggleswade United, for a lot of people might say maybe they might be on the beach, but I strongly disagree, because at home, Biggleswade United, they'll always give it their all, and they'll always make a game of it. And Leighton Town knew that in the last game that they played against Biggleswade United in the County Cup, which I mentioned. Ollie Leslie, the former Leighton Town goalkeeper, the hero that night in the Biggleswade United goal, knocking Leighton Town out of the County Cup. But this is a real motivated Leighton Town side, it will be a real tough team to play. But if Biggleswade United can just play with a bit of freedom tonight and really take the game to Leighton Town, you just do not know. Sometimes when you're that close to glory, like the visitors are this evening, sometimes a bit of doubt can creep in. So you just never know. That's what the beautiful game of football is all about. It's about these games being played, and then over the 90 minutes, you'll see who the winner is. It's as simple as that normally, with a lot of twists and turns in between. So we're hoping for a blockbuster game here between Biggleswade United, who welcome the league leaders tonight, Leighton Town, to the Keech Hospice Care Stadium. Both teams, both captains are going through the traditional coin toss as we speak. Make sure you stay subscribed to the Biggleswade United YouTube channel, Twitch and Facebook page to never miss a Biggleswade United live stream. I'm really interested to see how Biggleswade United shape up. It looks like a very much a packed midfield out there with Brad Heaps, Charlie Black, Gaz Hunt and Jaden Irish all in the team, and all predominantly central midfielders. So we'll see how that works. It does look like a traditional 4-4-2, which you very rarely say from a Christian side, but I think he might well have had his hand forced due to the injuries that Biggleswade United have suffered over the last couple of weeks. I mentioned no Mason Watkins-Clark, no Markel Cousins, no Cameron Hyde, no Kai Andrews, and I'm missing many more out there as well. And then we are underway here at the Keech Hospice Care Stadium. It's Leighton that kicked us off. And for Biggleswade United, it's important that they start well in this game. Gaz Hunt, Charlie Black, to Milo Keane. They want to look for a good start here, Biggleswade United. Of course, they took the game to Stopfolds last week in the midweek, who were second place, drew 0-0 in that game. So they know how to turn it up against these top teams that come to the Keech Hospice Care Stadium. Taylor Winey was very unlucky that Jesus will continue to chase this ball down. There's that play there for a throw-in to Biggleswade United. Very much the underdogs tonight, Biggleswade United. However, I think they might relish being the underdogs tonight in this sort of occasion and the circumstances for the visitors. Joy had his first chance there with Jordan Wright. Heads it away from his grasp. Gaz Hunt. Out to Brad Heaps. Now Jaden Irish. This is good from Biggleswade. Now it's Milo Keane. Let's play it through to Taylor Winey. And it's gone out of play there for a goal kick. Let us know where you're all watching from, of course, as always. Out to Jesus Mendoza. It's Gaz Hunt. Game of headers at the moment between both teams. And Milo Keane looking for that ball over the top to Taylor Winey, looked to run in behind, but it was straight into the gloves in the end of Xavi Comas in the Leighton Town goal. It's Babbage. It's a good interception. Gaz couldn't quite keep his feet, but now Charlie Black can intercept. Looking to find Jesus Mendoza, who we know will chase this ball down against Gary Connolly. Giving him a bit of a torturous time there. Did well, but Connolly managed to get it away for Leighton Town. For the ball over top, well covered there by Brad Heaps. Sorry, Joe Babbage, apologies. Dolan Wright clears away to deny Lovejoy. Dolan Wright heads away once again. Connolly cross is well blocked by Josh Sterniolo, playing fullback this evening, and Leighton Town will get the first corner of the afternoon. Taylor Riley stays up for Biggleswade United here. The cross coming in all the way through. It was the number 4, Fran Jackson. Shot goes wide. Header goes wide. Just having a word with the linesman about something. I'm not quite sure what that was about. Referees, I think it's having a word with Christian Collas. I think it's to do with the floodlight. It is. It's the floodlight in that corner just there, as you can see on our screens. Looks to be on now, so we will continue. He's got some defending to do. Clears this line as well. It's gone out of play for a throw into Leighton Town, who will continue to put the pressure on. And for Biggleswade United, they'll just have to try and dig deep here and really absorb this pressure from the league leaders. Biggleswade United 0, Leighton Town 0. 6 minutes gone. Charlie Black's header's gone out of play there for a goal kick. It's the ball over the top here for Archie McLeod. His low cross is blocked by Joe Babbage. It's going to be out of play for a corner. So far, the league leaders are showing just why they are in the position they're in. The cross coming in, it's headed away. That's going to be another corner. I think it's come off Jordan Wright. Cross comes in. It's not dealt with by Ollie Leslie. It's actually a free kick, I think, against Ollie Leslie there. Foul on Ollie Leslie. Free kick to Biggleswade United. It's a throw in there for Leighton Town, who really not giving Biggleswade United any rest up at the moment. Charlie Black clears away. It's a throw. Jesus Mendoza looks to find Taylor Winey. He's going to have the chase up against the defender here. The bounce didn't really favour Taylor. Definitely favoured the centre half there. Jordan Wright heads back into danger here for Biggleswade United. It's Jaden Irish to Charlie Black and to Gaz Hunt. And it's Mendoza. Yeah, it's intercepted. And for that ball over the top to Lovejoy. He's headed it out wide to Cole Connolly. That ball's definitely gone out of play. It's a throw in. It's also great to see Brad Heaps out there, the reserve captain, as I mentioned before the game. Fantastic opportunity it is for him out there in the starting 11 this evening. There's a rare interception there on Biggleswade. Charlie Black looking to find Taylor Winey. The flag goes up for offside. It was a good interception there by Charlie Black. It's great to see him back in the Biggleswade United shirt, even if it is only for this game. It's great to see him back. Long list of absentees. Mason Watkins Clark, Kay Stevens Abbey, Markel Cousins, Cameron Hyde, Kai Andrews. All not available this evening. Now it's Jaden Iris. So out wide. Jesus Mendoza couldn't quite keep it in play there. It was just too far for him, but it was a good attack there from Biggleswade United. And it's Gaz Hunt. Find Milo Keane. He's the turn and keep that in play. He does well, Milo. Does just that. Now it's Taylor Winey. He's up against two defenders there. Taylor Winey. He's good defending there by the two defenders. Just allowed Taylor. Unfortunately, there just hit it. It's out of play for a goal kick. You have to say, in the first 12 minutes, considering a lot of this team haven't played, well, if they have played together, they haven't played in over a year in the same team with each other. The likes of Charlie Black, Brad Heaps. Sometimes it's hard to integrate players into a team for just the odd game, especially against a team who are top of the league. But Biggleswade holding their own so far and looking to try and get forward now. Charlie Black, unfortunately, they're just intercepted. That's going to be a chance to capitalise there. Brilliant there by Jaden Irish. And now Milo Keane. One thing about Biggleswade United is, even if their backs are against the wall, you know they will never, ever give up, and they will make a fight of this game. And now Lovejoy could well be through. Ollie Leslie does well to clear his lines, to deny Lovejoy through as well. Manny Florin will take this throw for the visitors. Jordan Wright heads away. That's Heaps to find Taylor Winey. Headed away, but only as far as Jesus Mendoza doesn't quite execute the pass there to Taylor. Milo does well now. Charlie Black couldn't quite keep it in play. That's Jordan Wright. Leslie over the kick. It's not the most convincing of goal kicks you'll ever see. Jordan Wright misjudges the header, and Babbage now can head back to Ollie Leslie. From a Biggleswade United perspective, they're looking to bounce back today after the 5-2 defeat to Risborough Rangers in a real thriller of a contest, which was 2-2 inside the first half an hour. Risborough just proven to be just too strong there for Biggleswade United in the second half, unfortunately, and with injuries mounting up in the second half as well. Unfortunately, it's just too much for the lads to cope on Saturday. It's now Leighton now looking to counter-attack, cross coming in. Couldn't quite find Archie McLeod there, straight into the gloves of Ollie Leslie. It's Babbage. Find the ball over the top. It's Mendoza is headed away by a defender. Leighton Irish to Joe Babbage. To Gareth's hand. Ollie Leslie's going to be under a bit of pressure here. Lovejoy's challenged him there, but he's managed to get the ball back into his box and collect away in the end. Babbage heads away. It's now Brad Heaps. Stoniolo. Babbage. Ball over the top. Mendoza's going to continue to chase. It might still be too far for him. It's headed comfortably into the gloves of Xavi Comas in the Leighton Town goal. Reception there once again from Joe Babbage. Two centre halves have been pretty solid so far. Oh, that's a good bit of skill there, and it's free up here for Leighton Town if they can finish this off. Cross coming in, and the finish. It's off the post. Flags up for offside, but that was a quite incredible counter-attack there from the league leaders, Leighton Town, with only the post denying them of their first goal of the match. It's the worst real chance in front of the goal that they've had in the opening 18 minutes of the contest. But it's still Biggleswade United 0, Leighton Town 0. Be a real difficult task out there for Justiniano playing left back tonight. He's played right back a few times, but never really left back, and Cameron Hyde, first choice left back, is out with ligament damage. Obviously, we wish him a speedy recovery. I think tonight will be. Obviously, you want to get the result, but it's important Biggleswade United put up a good contest against a good side like Leighton Town, regardless of what the scoreline will be. But it is still 0-0 in the opening 19 minutes, and for all the apologies there for the camera, for all the possession that the visitors have had, it is still 0-0. So you just never know. All it can take is one chance to get the ball in the back of the net, and we know just how good Taylor's been at doing that this season. Over the top there, Ollie Leslie collects away to deny Lovejoy. Skaz Hunt. See, Joe Babbage does well. Very little margin for error against teams like Leighton Town. You're seeing just how careful Biggleswade United are being on the ball. They have been good on the ball so far in this game. That's a lovely ball from Gaz to Jesus Mendoza. Mendoza here looking to challenge defender. Looking to find Taylor Winey. Ball's just too short for him there. Flags up on Leon Lovejoy there. Jordan Wright is upset because, of course, he's headed that down and felt that he should have been allowed to continue. And he's perfectly in his right mind to think that for sure. Free kick, Biggleswade United on the halfway. We'll find Jordan Wright there. I think the flag was up against Jordan Wright, but they'll play on. McLeod looking to find somebody there, but I think the number 3 there, Carl Connolly, was in offside position. That's why he didn't go for the ball there. Guys looking for the ball over the top. It's going to be too far, I think, there for Jesus. That just allows Leighton to get up the field a lot quicker here. Jordan Wright had to get that right, and he did brilliantly well. That's Gaz Hunt intercepted. And that's Milo Keane. Jaden Irish. Straight back to Taylor, and now Brad Heaves looks to find Taylor Winey. Taylor Winey goes for goal! Just wide of the post there was a good pass by Brad Heaves, and the finish from Taylor wasn't far off. He wants a corner. He feels the goalkeeper definitely got a touch there. But the referee says goal kick. Probably not in the right position to tell from here whether that came off the goalkeeper, but Taylor certainly feels like he had a case there. Taylor, who got his 39th and his 40th goals of the season in the 5-2 defeat to Risborough on Saturday. Sorry, Easter Monday. Charlie back. It's just Derniolo. That's a loose ball, but just gets it out of danger for Biggleswade United. "24 minutes played, Biggleswade United 0, Leighton Town 0. That's a lovely ball from Charlie back. If Taylor can latch onto this, and Comas has had to come out of his goal there and clear away. It's great to see the quality of Charlie Black back into the Biggleswade United shirt tonight. It's almost like he's never been away. It's just Johnny Olos over this throw-in. Been a good period of the game this for Biggleswade United. They're looking for the early cross. Unfortunately, there's nobody in the box to really capitalise there. The savvy Comas did pressing there from Brad Heaps. Did very well. That pulls them straight to Jordan Wright as well. Charlie Black's got to comfortably get it out of the way, and he's done really well. Now it's Brad Heaps. Milo Keane on the overlap. This is good, but just a heavy touch there for Milo Keane. Unlucky. The header down. Jordan Wright did well. That's Milo Keane. It's a lovely ball. It's headed away. Now Heaps couldn't quite get there. Charlie Black, that's a great interception. And now Lobjoy against Gaz Hunt. I think Gaz has fouled him there. It's going to be a free kick. And Biggleswade United are frustrating the league leaders in the opening 25 minutes. Still goalless between Biggleswade United and Leighton Town. And not been for the one for trying for Biggleswade United. They've had chances. Taylor Winey had a great strike. It was in a bit of an awkward angle for him, but he did well. It was just wide of the post. The only chance, and that was since Leighton Town have hit the post. Biggleswade have actually got a bit of the possession, I think, since then. So it's been a good, solid half so far for Biggleswade United. Milo Keane is down with the injury troubles that Biggleswade United have at this later stage of the season. This would be a big blow if Milo. I think he's going to be able to soldier on. Milo's gone back down, which is a shame. It doesn't look like he will be able to continue, which would be a big, big miss. And a real shame for Milo Keane and Christian Collis. Can't really seem to catch a break at the moment, with lots of players almost dropping like flies at the moment. With Marco Cousins and Cameron Hyde both coming off injured on Saturday. Mason Watkins car out once again. Kay Stevens-Avi not available. No Jordan Gerald either. Sometimes this late stages of the season can really take its toll on a team, and I think we're really seeing that with Biggleswade United coming into that stage of the season. We had that really good long FA Vars run, of course, as well. Still, of course, 6 games, I believe, still to go for Biggleswade United. But they're really struggling with injuries at the moment. And Milo Keane, hopefully, he will be okay. Whilst we wait for this injury break, give a reminder to give a big thank you to all of our sponsors. We'd like to thank Winchmore Brickwork for being our men's first team sponsor for the season. We'd like to thank the women's VO for being our women's senior team sponsor for the season. We'd like to thank JMB Motorsport for being our vets team sponsor. Flawless Landscapes for being our reserve team sponsor. Recycling Lines for being our general sponsor. And the Keech Hospice Care for being our ground sponsor. Milo Keane still down. Nearly hired our club physio. Looking at him now. He did try and get back up, and then he's gone back down again. It's never a good sign. half that's been a positive half for Biggleswade United against, as I mentioned quite a few times already on this commentary. It's a real tough test today up against league leaders Leighton Town, who actually only need a point from their last 6 matches to win the title. So it's a big game, not just for us, but of course for them as well. And for Biggleswade United, only losing twice here in the league, they don't shallow down to anybody here at the Keech Hospice Care Stadium. Milo Keane hobbles off. It looks like on his own accord. It looks like, I think Milo Keane's going to continue. At the moment, he's off the pitch, but I think he's going to make his way back on, which is great to see Milo. I think he's going to continue. He is. He's back on, which is great. And we're back to the action here at the Keech Hospice Care Stadium with Jaden Irish. Oh, and there's why is that Ollie gets that there? He's just about got there, Ollie. Behind the now to Gazhan. That's a lovely little flick and pass through if Taylor is got to chase this ball down. And it's out of play for a throw into Leighton. It's Brad Heaps. I mentioned before the match, just before the game on the commentary, it's important that Biggleswade United try and keep this game at 0-0 as much as possible, or don't concede too early. Otherwise, it could very much spell trouble. But Biggleswade United have done just about more than that now. And now it's Taylor Winey who goes to shot from distance. And that's another opportunity there for Taylor Winey. And it's just wide of the post. He's looking sharp tonight. Unfortunately, not to hit the target. But he looks lively so far in the opening half an hour. Taylor Winey, Biggleswade United 0, Leighton Town 0. Charlie Black. It's a great pass out to Jaden Irish. Gaz Hunt. So Milo Keane. Gaz Hunt. To Jordan Wright. Is it back to the goalkeeper, Ollie Leslie? Staniolo to Jesus Mendoza. Looks to find the ball for Taylor. He's done really well there. Taylor Winey's kept control of the ball. Definitely playing with that freedom I mentioned before the game. It's a lovely little flick on by Jaden looking to find Taylor. It was getting intercepted though. And that's brilliant interception there from Jaden Irish. Leighton Town under pressure here, but they're back on the counter attack now with Leon Lobjoint looking to counter. Headed away by Josh Stoniolo. Very solid there from Josh. Brad Heaps. To Milo Keane. Brad Heaps. Gaz Hunt. Heaps. Jordan Wright. Charlie Black. Jaden Irish. Black. Taking on Milo Keane here. He could be over. He could be through. Oh, he's just hit the side netting there, but he's been allowed through there. And that's a lovely pass by Charlie Black. A little bit of a dummy there from Taylor. And Milo Keane nearly following up at the back post there. Side netting was a bit wrong-footed, Milo. But again, great chance for Biggleswade. I'm really enjoying the spell in this game now. Actually looks like they're enjoying themselves out there, Biggleswade. Playing with a smile on their face, which is really great to see, especially after the defeat on a Monday. And playing without fear against the league leaders, giving them a real contest. Milo Keane intercepted. Jordan Wright, he's done really well up against 2 attackers there. Milo Keane's gone down. No foul, says the referee. Ollie Leslie's under a lot of pressure and he's lost the ball to Archie McLeod and it's in. Leighton Town have the lead. And it was a mistake at the back from Ollie Leslie. But it was brilliant pressing there from Archie McLeod, and Leighton Town take the lead right at a scale where Biggleswade United were really taking the game to Leighton Town. But when you've got the quality like Leighton do, that just goes to show just how much they can punish you. But Biggleswade United, they must keep their heads up, because for half an hour they've pretty much been level with Leighton, and also in terms of the performance as well, it's been a great performance so far. They've just got to keep their heads up and keep going, because there's certainly still time in this game to try and turn it around. But as it stands, Leighton Town, of course, will be champions of the Spartan South Midlands League. They only needed a point tonight, but they've got themselves the lead here at the Keech Hospice Care Stadium. And I would argue in the last 20 to 15 minutes, it's probably against the run of play. And it's important that Biggleswade United keep their heads now, try and stay in this contest. But it's going to be a really, really tricky once again, it's a goal conceded right when Biggleswade were playing well in the game, and we've seen that a few times this season after the frustration of Christian. Mendoza can chase this ball down. He's done well, Jesus. It's been denied there, though. Black. Intercepted. It's a clash of heads there. Leighton really trying to really put their foothold now and really assert their authority of Biggleswade United, holding firm defensively. So, by Joe Babbage. Jesus Mendoza couldn't quite keep hold of the ball. It's Lovejoy. So, Florin looking to find. Header goes down, headed away by Jordan Wright. Still not cleared away by Biggleswade. It's still with Leighton now. It's come to Lovejoy, but it's cleared by Jordan Wright. It's saved it. It's Lovejoy, and they double their lead. Leighton Town. It's clinical from them. It's Leon Lovejoy's 56th goal of the season, and Biggleswade United, after I mentioned a very solid opening half an hour, and Leighton Town just proved to be just too strong. They've been a class above everybody else in the division this season, and they look well on course to being crowned champions of the Spartan South Midlands League. It's Biggleswade United 0, Leighton Town 2. Just got to stay patient, Biggleswade United, and try and. Well, there's always going to be a tough task this evening against such a top side. Not just that as well, with the injury that I've racked up for Biggleswade over the last few weeks as well. Was always going to feel like a bit of a mountain to climb. But one thing about Biggleswade United is they will still never give up. That's for sure. We've seen that plenty of times over the years. But Leighton Town now, the league leaders, have their tails up. Looking to play it through to Lovejoy once again. Joe Babbage cleared his lines well. It's a corner. But they're really putting the pressure on. Carl Connolly over this corner, for Leighton Town. Just coming in, and the header goes wide. It's a free header there by Dran Jackson. Biggleswade United look a little bit shell-shocked out there, but they just got to keep their heads up and keep playing their football, because opening half an hour, and I think this would be the real sucker punch, really, is for half an hour, Biggleswade United were playing really well and going toe-to-toe with the league leaders, but that goal really changed this game and really did flip it on its head. It's a header forward there to Lovejoy. Babbage clears his lines, and Ollie Leslie can collect away. Fans behind the goal of Leighton claiming a back pass there, but Referee said no. That's Gaz Hunt, and Biggleswade get themselves back into this contest. They've certainly had chances in this first half to prove they've definitely got the capabilities to do so. Smilo Keane to Jordan Wright. And Leslie under pressure. Cleared away there by McLeod. That's Hano was poor passing behind there, and now they've got a 4 against 2 here. Leighton Town here, Biggleswade United, they could be in trouble. McLeod up against Joe Babbage. Babbage again, been brilliant the last couple of minutes there. Got 3 goal clearances there in the last few minutes. And corner swung in, caught there by Ollie Leslie. Against Brad Heath there, very soft one there. Jesus Mendoza's intercepted. For that ball over the top to Leon Lovejoy. There's 2 up there into the box with him. It's Lovejoy, cleared again by Joe Babbage. By Gaz Hunt. That's Danilo looking to find Taylor Winey. Great tackle there by Brad Heaps, and now it's Jaden Irish. Biggleswade look to find an opportunity to get themselves back within touching distance of level terms almost. Got a minute before half time, but due to the I think there'll be a few minutes of stoppage time due to Milo Keane being down for quite a few minutes. And it's Lovejoy. And a shot from distance. Forced a fantastic save out of Ollie Leslie. Corner. Here comes in another save. Great save by Ollie Leslie. Almost pinpoint that header. And once again denied by Ollie Leslie against his former club. Great save by Ollie Leslie. And it's behind once again for another corner for Leighton Town. We are into stoppage time of the first half. Biggleswade United 0, Leighton Town 2. Two quick fire goals just after the half an hour mark. Putting the league leaders in front, and they've got themselves a corner here right before half time. It's back into danger. It's going to be dangerous to cross it again. Comes in, Lovejoy, header. Stays in play. No foul there for Milo Keane. So Brad Heaps even, that's gone out of play, and it's going to be another corner for Leighton Town that are really piling the pressure on. Goes punched away. Ollie Leslie now Jesus Mendoza has to try and continue the chase down. He couldn't quite keep the ball. Jesus Mendoza. Crosses wide. It was a good cross in there for Lovejoy. It's just too far for him, but some of the passes and the moves by Leighton Town have certainly been one of the best sides I've seen here against Biggleswade United at the Keech Hospice Care Stadium, and they're certainly proving just why they are on the brink of becoming champions. They're 45 minutes away. Of Biggleswade United, from their perspective, you have to say they've just now got to be all about the performance. And for half an hour, this first half, we were seeing that performance from Biggleswade really taking the game to Leighton Town. But as I mentioned, since the first one from Leighton, since the first goal, they've never really looked back. But now Biggleswade United hope to get a bit of a spell on the ball. Danilo, though, intercepted, sees his pass intercepted. It's Lovejoy. Cross coming in. For a handball there. Referee says no. There's another throw in here to Leighton. They're taking it quickly. They're looking to try and finish the job before half time. It's Manny Florin. So, good cross-field pass there by Harry Seabrook. Just Danilo, though, intercepts out on that left-hand side. And for the overlap there, Joe Babbage has got some work to do. He covered his lines well. Good kick. And that is the half-time whistle. And the first half, largely dominated by the league leaders, Leighton Town, have really put on a show this evening. And Biggleswade United, they've certainly had chances in this one. Taylor's had two chances that have just gone wide. Milo Keane's hit the side netting. And for 30 minutes, we certainly had an even contest, but a little mistake at the back from Biggleswade United allowed Archie McLeod to tap in for an open net. And A few minutes later, Leon Lovejoy tapped home for his 56th for the season to put the visitors on the brink of becoming champions of the Spartan South Midlands League. It's a real uphill battle for a injury-struck Biggleswade United this evening. But it's half-time. They've got to keep their heads up and keep going like we know we can. It's Biggleswade United 0, Leighton Town 2. We'll be back for the start of the second half.
Today, it's Biggleswade United Day. I'll tell you why. In fact, let me get somebody else to tell you.
So in print, your Biggleswade pictures, images are ready. So come through, you can have a look.
Let's go. Hello, everyone. Massive place.
I'm going to show you more about what's going on and everything and all that.
So, that's the...
Yeah. That's how the wall.
Yeah.
I select the bone and then put on the meat. That is the quality.
Uh-huh.
Then the best quality. Fuel. So the fuel.
That's it?
Yeah.
Wow. What now?
You want the cricket?
No, we got it right. We got it right. Can I feel useful? Yeah. Thank you. See, I'm helping now. Welcome to the changing room of the home team, Biggleswade United. What do we think? What do we think?
Good, very good.
Oh, you're on twice. Let me see. Once. Twice. So are you, Tracy? Once. Twice. Now I thought the other mural could actually go somewhere that reminds the players that they are the club, but they're not just there on their own. Let me show you. There. He is also here. Hello from Biggleswade Market in the Market Square. Mr. Branson's in town, so I just place it for you. But look what they've got in the front. Our shirt. Come inside with me. You've got everything you need here. All the sporting gear, and not just sporting gear. Where is the corner? We've got the shirt here at the front. Doesn't it look great? But let's find out if we're actually selling any of it. How is it going?
It's going very well, thank you.
Are we selling anything?
We are.
Are we?
We've sold quite a few tops, but I need some bigger sizes.
All right.
Double XLs, even 3XL.
Okay.
All the big men round here. Been asked quite a few times. And scarves, hats.
Oh yes.
And then I can make a big display for you.
Brilliant. We're getting all
Set
that.
it all.
Yeah. Well, this is great news. So I'll sort all that out. I'll talk to the right people.
No, that's one of the things. I have people, customers coming in here asking when the matches are on and if they're playing today, and I'm like,
Just say
have you got a list? Have you got a list?
we've got that. Every Saturday, 3 p.m. there's a game on.
Okay.
Every Sunday, 2 p.m. there's a woman's game on. But I'll give you a lifter for that. So this is great.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, thank
Well,
you
we
very
just
much.
want more stock, so then I can do more of a display for you.
We'll definitely do that.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
That's all
Thank
right.
you.
Thank you.
Let's
Bye-bye.
go and win the game. Bye bye. Bye bye. Look at that. Isn't that brilliant? There it is. Come on, Biggleswade.
Both teams make their way out for the start of the second half. Leighton Town out first now, Biggleswade United. It was a real tough first half that for Biggleswade United, as I mentioned, against a team that have really been in our league of their own this season in Leighton Town and will certainly be worthy champions. That's for sure. The football that they put on display in that first half proved just why they're in the position they're in this season. But from a Biggleswade United perspective, I have to say, it's the performance-wise hasn't been a bad performance from Biggleswade United. They've kept the ball really well. Brad Heaps, our reserve captain, hasn't looked out of place in the midfield. He's done really well going forwards. But I think this might just be a case so far, or at least in that first half. Leighton Town just seems to just be a bit too good for Biggleswade United in that first half, and they'll certainly. You always kind of felt if Leighton Town got the first goal, they might not look back, and that's exactly what happened in that first half. And for Biggleswade United, it's really damage limitation here. They still want to try and make this a contest and a battle out there, and who knows if Biggleswade United can get that first goal back. If Biggleswade United, they have to get the next goal. For Leighton, they know they only need a point, but they would like to wrap it up in style tonight with a win. But for us over at Biggleswade United, of course, a point would be a very decent result against this Leighton Town team. So a point from here would certainly not be anything to be sniffed at, but it's going to be a real uphill task in this second half for Biggleswade United, as I mentioned. A real top team in Leighton Town who are on the brink of becoming champions of the Spartan South Midlands League. That's the main story of the evening. But for Biggleswade United perspective, riddled with injuries, they can't fault the performance of the players out there so far this evening. They've, in the circumstances they're in with the injuries, they've had to suffer that over the last week. They are not going down without a fight, which we knew would be the case with this Biggleswade United team. There's still another 45 minutes to play. We'll see just what Biggleswade United can muster up here against the league leaders, Leighton Town. For a quick ball over the top, it's intercepted. Savage. Ball's gone through the legs of Jesus Mendoza as Leighton Town back up the field once again. It's Lovejoy. So Babby's just done really well. Really been a standout so far defensively. Him and Jordan Wright have been relatively solid for the majority of this game so far. Milo Keane intercepted well. It's good to see he's back out there. He didn't look like that would be the case at the end of the first half. He did go down again, but he's back into the fray in the second half. It's going to be a free kick here. The offside flag was up. Free kick for the visitors. Stinello's under pressure there. Did well to get the ball out of play. So there'll be a free kick there for Biggleswade United. Barrett heads away. Brad Heap's done well. They just got caught though. Free kick. It's dangerous out there to Leon Lovejoy, who's misjudged that. Still kept the ball there, and only as far as Justin Miller there. Now it's Charlie Black. It's Gareth Hunt. That ball's going to go out of play. Over the ground. Oh, it's not over the ground. Really had potential that ball there, Roy Leslie. Just too high for Josh. Leslie could be in trouble here. Babbage has done well, but it's only as far as the fullback. With James Towell crosses it in, heads it away by Jaden Irish. They've still got their tails up, Leighton Town. I have to say, team out there tonight that certainly are playing like champions. They've got themselves another corner. Sub joint there with the header just too far up for him. Now it's back out with Jesus Mendoza for Biggleswade. He's done well there to cover his marker well to get the throw. Mendoza. Nice, got to get that right. He heads it back to his goalkeeper, Ollie Leslie. With Leon Lovejoy breathing down his neck. It's now Jaden Irish looking to find Taylor whining. And the ball was just too far for Taylor. And that's going to be a throw-in. Charlie Black. 2-0 can always be a dangerous scoreline. It's always a dangerous scoreline in football. I've said that many times. Biggleswade can settle the nerves and weather the storm that Leighton have had Biggleswade's way. They get themselves a goal back. You just never know. It's Brad Heaps over this throw. Sorry, it was just Erniola. Now it's Brad Heaps on the ball. It's Gaz Hunt, who's Jaden Irish, sorry, he's been intercepted. And now it's Leon Lovejoy who runs in front. Joe Babbage up against him. Overlapping run by Gary Connolly. Cross coming in. It's just too far over. Goal kick. Gaz as well keeps the ball. It's now out wide to Josh Sterniolo in space. And there's a court pass there by Josh Sterniolo, and against a team like Leighton, you really can't afford to make passes like that. It really does allow the visitors to put more pressure on, but Jesus Mendoza doing really well with pressing. Up forward to Leon Lovejoy. It's away by Jordan Wright. Gaz Hunt. Hobby says, come on, Biggleswade, let's get some goals in the net. We are all behind you, absolutely. That's from Harvey. Charlie Black. Did well there, Charlie Black. Just too heavy for him. A lot of pressure here, Jordan Wright. Got his team to throw. Right, Marsh Brown coming on for Leighton Town in place of number 11, Reese Robbins. Biggleswade United have the goal kick. Babbage. All over the top. Henry Brown, sorry, Marsh Brown. Substitution just come on. It's up against Milo Keane. Milo Keane does well. It's out of play for a throw-in. So the Knight heads away. It's Taylor Winey. As far as Jaden Irish, but Jaden Irish is fouled. Luke Hyman there. Free kick taken quickly by Leighton. They haven't been able to, haven't executed that very well though. It's going to play for a Biggleswade United throw. We've got to start talking to each other, Biggleswade United, a bit of communication. That's a throw-in that's gone the other way now to Leighton. They're very quick to intercept the ball there, Leighton Town. Tower with the cross to Lovejoy, cleared away by Joe Babbage. Now it's out through to Jaden Irish. Keeps the ball well. Now Josh Sterniolo. Drop here. Looks to find Jesus Mendoza, covered well by Gary Connolly. And then back to his goalkeeper, Xavi Comas. Oh, Brad Heaps there. Looks to find through to Taylor Winey. The flag's going to be up for offside. Certainly looked close. Didn't look offside from here. But again, a lovely ball in there from Brad Heaps. That's a foul, free kick there to Biggleswade United. Foul against Brad Heaps. Right, with the ball over the top, looking to find Taylor. Ball covered by the defence. Going right in. So the ball to Mendoza, who can head that down for Taylor. Oh, the defender had to get to that. Jan Draxon, but Biggleswade United getting further and further up the pitch. Looking more positive. Can they get that chance to get themselves back into this contest? An hour played now. Biggleswade United 0, Leighton Town 2. Seen a couple of dramatic comebacks from Biggleswade United this season, not to mention Bovington. Lovely turn there by Brad Heaps. Cross coming in, and that's going to be a corner. Sorry, not a corner. Yeah, it is a corner. It is a corner. Biggleswade United get their first corner. Sorry, it's not a corner. Apologies, I got it wrong twice. It's a free kick right on the edge of the area in a crossing position for a chance really from this set piece. We've seen Joe Babbage score from the set piece with his goal against Treen, last minute winner here at the Keech Hospice Care Stadium. He's been a busy man defensively, but can he possibly get his team in back in this game? You'd have to feel they'd have to get the next goal Biggleswade to get anything out of this game against a real tough side in Leighton Town, who, as it stands, will be champions if the score stays like this. It's a low cross. They're looking for a bit of a dummy in there as well. It's come all the way through to Josh Sterniolo. Can get the cross into the box. He looks to find Jordan Wright. Couldn't quite find him. Now it's Taylor Winey. Charlie Black was coming back from an offside position. David Gom says, thanks for the excellent and professional feed and commentary for those of us who couldn't make it. Leighton Town fan. Well, no worries. Thank you for the lovely comment. Always try and make sure to be as professional as possible, whilst also, of course, cheering on Biggleswade United. It's important to try and tell the stories from both sides. And with Leighton and how brilliant they have been this season, only being a point away from winning the championship, I had to include that in the commentary this evening. So Biggleswade United look to try and get themselves back into the contest now. But Taylor Winey's got that through, and it's Jordan Wright up there. Leighton Town, as I mentioned a few times, proving just why they are where they are, and why they are on the brink of promotion and the championship. Being champions, I should say, sorry. But full credit to Biggleswade, because they have made this a bit of a contest as well, and they have. I think it's just one of those things where for they've played well, but I think Leighton have just been that bit better. And it's again proving why they are where they are in the league. Down there from Charlie Black and Jesus Mendoza there with the foul against Harry Seabrook, and it's going to be a free kick for Leighton Town. 63 minutes played. It's Biggleswade United 0, Leighton Town 2. It's always going to be a tough test this evening with the injuries piled on for Biggleswade United, up against one of the best, well, the best team really in the division, who are 13 matches unbeaten. And they've won 13 games unbeaten. And Jesus Mendoza, so just off the screen there, as well, they just couldn't quite battle off the fullback there. The ball over the top there for Lobjoy, and it's gone over Ollie Leslie's head, and Joe Babbage just got work to do. He's cleared his lines just about. Taking the throw in quickly. Milo Keane is back down, which is not a good sign. He was down a couple of times in that first half. I mentioned the injuries piling up in the defence. It's Lily Hyde, our club physio. That will be making sure Milo is okay. But he's gone down again, and I think it might well be the same knee, which is not a good sign. Just would like to thank all of our sponsors here at Biggleswade United. Would like to thank Winchmore Brickwork for being our men's first team sponsor, VO for being our women's senior team sponsors, JMD Motorsport for being our vets team sponsor, Flawless Landscapes for being our reserve team sponsor, Jet Recycling Lives for being our general sponsor, and of course Keech Hospice Care for being our ground sponsor. And if you would like to sponsor us, make sure you go to biggleswadeunited@gmail.com. Contact biggleswadeunited@gmail.com if you would like to sponsor the club. Milo Keane still down. He looks like he's back up on his feet. Not sure if he will be coming back on. Yeah, it looks like Milo is back on. Skaz Hunt. Biggleswade, they're still staying in this contest for what it's worth. That's a foul free kick against Gaz. Great. So blocked by Brad Heaps. Now back out with Charlie Black. And Jesus couldn't quite win that ball. Joe Babbage. He's done well. Keep that in play as well. Mendoza couldn't quite get the flick on. He's going to continue to press here. Now, cross coming in. It's out to Lovejoy. It's over the bar. And that would have been game, set, and match there for the visitors. And it's another problem this time. This time, I think that's Josh Sterniolo who's down. He's covering fullback, normally playing midfield. "20 minutes of the 90 still to play." Full credit for Biggleswade. I could have mentioned up against the top team, but they're still fighting. They're still trying to keep their heads up, and they're still trying to make this as much of a contest as possible. But with the injuries really mounting up, and now it looks like Josh Sterniolo isn't going to be able to continue. He comes off, and this is a great moment actually. Number 3, Josh Sterniolo comes off. Number 17, James Clark, 17 years of age, one of our players from our reserve team, makes his senior debut for the club. This is a great moment for the young lads. James Clark coming on for the injured Josh Sterniolo. 17 years of old, young prospect in the reserve setup. And due to the injury, he's got himself an opportunity into the first team squad this evening. And it's good to see he's on for his debut, James Clark. Let's just see how he gets on. Doesn't get much tougher at this level than up against Leighton Town. But it'd be valuable experience for the 17-year-old. Biggleswade United are always proud to bring up the youth prospects. We saw over the years Aaron Khan being our number 1 goalkeeper last season at the 18 years of age. Callum Elliott. We like to bring up our young youth prospects here at Biggleswade United, and hopefully we will be seeing a new up-and-coming player here in James Clark. Fair play to Biggleswade, giving us a good game. Fantastic commentary and stream. Thanks for letting us Leighton Town fans who could not get to the game, says Richard. Yeah, it's really a lot of Leighton Town fans, and as you'd expect with the game, this being almost could have been looking like the penultimate game of them winning the championship. So winning the title. I keep on saying championship title. Yeah. Well, thank you for the kind words, Richard, and much appreciated. There's definitely a contest out there. Come through, shot, goes wide to the post. So pass out wide here. This is his first chance of the opening. James Clark there, out to Charlie Black. Now it's a bit of play there for Milo Keane. He's got the ball back now. It's Brad Heaps. They've gone in there. It's going to be a foul free kick. It seems a bit of a soft one there against Jaden Irish. It's going to be a free kick for Leighton Town. So brilliant covering there by Mendoza and James Clark. In all fairness, it's out of play though for a throw in here for the visitors, taken quickly, and that's come out of play there for a goal kick. Good play there from Jordan Wright. That's back out to Gaz Hunt. Been well intercepted there by Cole Connolly. Ball over the top. Joe Babbage here. He doesn't know. I don't think that Marsh Brown is really putting pressure on him. He's got to leave it out to James Clark. He's getting the pass out well to Brad Heaps. They continue to put the pressure on, but Biggleswade's still playing out from the back quite well. Come back out now to Jaden Irish. Hasn't really had any opportunities on the ball in his second half. He did well there. It's now out with Gaz Hunt. Biggleswade wants to try and now play a bit of their football. Back to Ollie Leslie. Babbage. Leslie. So Taylor feels he could have been held there, but to be fair, he didn't actually call for the foul. Now through to Milo Keane. That's a foul free kick. 15 minutes of the 90 to play. For the visitors, they're 15 minutes away from becoming champions. For Biggleswade, they're still focused on trying to make this as much of a contest as possible. I'll have to say, since coming on, James Clark has done really well. So intercept, poor pass there from Charlie Black. Heads it away only as far as the subs there for Leighton. Very soft. The down from Jaden Irish only as far as the Leighton Town defender. Taylor's not had a sniff at all in this second half. Two defenders always close up towards him. Did score against Leighton Town in a 5-1 defeat earlier on in the season. Good tackle in there from Brad Heaps, who definitely been one of the standouts out there for Biggleswade United this evening. And it's Leon Lobjoy. Sorry, it's not Leon Lobjoy, it's number 9, Archie McLeod. And it's Josh Hatton coming on in space. Sorry, there's intercepted there by Brad Heaps. That's a corner to Leighton Town. Leslie, it's still in danger though. It's cleared off the line. Handball there. The referee says no. Mendoza now has it because they look to counter attack. They've got bodies up here as well, including James Clark and Brad Heaps, who's on the ball here for Biggleswade United. No foul, says referee against him. How is he not doing that, referee? Throw in here for Biggleswade United. 12 minutes and 90 to go. It's Gaz Hunt. Out to Brad Heaps. He's lost control of the ball. And brilliant there from Joe Babbage. Charlie Black. It's a lovely ball over the top. Couldn't quite find Brad Heaps. That's Gaz Hunt looking for the cross in. It was between Jesus and Taylor. The defender was between the both and managed to collect away. Now it's back with Captain Gaz Hunt. Jaden Irish. Gaz Hunt. It's a bit better there, but defence enough to really intercept Biggleswade there. They continue to press though here, United. It's Jaden Irish who stays on the ball. Out to James Clark. Now Charlie Black. And lovely ball through to Milo King, continuing to make his run. It's now Taylor Whiting! 2-1! Biggleswade have a goal back. His 41st of the season. It was a lovely team move from Biggleswade United. And they're back in this game. It's Biggleswade United 1, Leighton Town 2. And we have exactly 10 minutes of the 90 still to play. Taylor Whiting with his 41st of the season. It's Biggleswade United 1, Leighton Town 2. And for what it's worth, I think Biggleswade United, they deserved that goal. They really did. They've made it a contest for sure. And top finish by Taylor, as you would expect. 2-1. And now it's game on here at the Keech Hospice Care Stadium. I mean, for Leighton, they know they only need a point. So whether that's in their players' minds right now remains to be seen, really, but they'll look to respond. Out with Babbage, Leon Lovejoy has been fouled there by Babbage. I mentioned the never say die attitude and the comeback kings over this season. We've seen coming back from 2 goals down against Bovington in a cup game. Must also mention Biggleswade did beat Leighton Town in the County Cup on penalties at Belclose earlier on in the season. Linda Harrow says get in. So Babbage. To Jesus Mendoza. They've got some space in behind here. Taylor might be able to capitalise here. It's Taylor Whiting. It's Brad Heaps, cuts inside, crosses in the box. Gaz is there. As is James Clark. But it's cleared away by Leighton, and now all of a sudden they're plugging away United, and they're getting some chances here. They're really stretching the league leaders. It's Gaz Hunt. That ball over the top here. Jesus can chase. It's only as far as the goalkeeper there, Savvy Comas. Now with Lewis Tooney Oh, it's a great save by Ollie Leslie again to deny Lovejoy. It's now Charlie Black. This game's all of a sudden turned very open. It's now James Clark, who's really made an impact since coming on, the young 17-year-old. He's come all the way through there. He's offside there, Leon Lovejoy against Jordan Wright. Full credit to the Biggleswade United players for keeping their heads up, being 2-0 down. Still never stopped believing, and they've kept their heads well. Comes in, it's going to be dangerous to the shot. It's blocked by Jordan Wright. Looked like it was gaping for goal there from the number 6, Luke Pyman. Denied by Jordan Wright. It's going to be another corner for Leighton Town as we enter the final 5 minutes of the 90. It's Biggleswade United 1, Leighton Town 2. The visitors 5 minutes away from clinching the Spartan South Midlands League title. But for Biggleswade United, they've put out a valiant effort against a real top team tonight. And a point which would be enough for Leighton to win the title would definitely, I think, be warranted for Biggleswade. But Milo King couldn't quite get the acrobatic clearance away there, and it's going to be another corner here for Leighton Town in the late stages of this contest. Cross coming in, it's Milo King again, couldn't get it away. It's come to the edge of the box. The shot's out wide. It's saved by Leslie. It's a double save. Flag's going to be up against Lovejoy. There's going to be another substitution here for Biggleswade United. It's going to be Charlie Black, who comes off for Biggleswade United. If it is only for this one game, it's been great to see Charlie Black back. Luke Stance comes on in his place, but Charlie Black getting a great reception. Great to see him back. And he's certainly done Christian a favour today with the injuries, and to see him back in the team. Never missed a step, Charlie Black, and Luke Stance comes on to take his place. It's Gareth Hunt. 8.5 minutes plus stoppage time. James Clark pass intercepted. Jesus going to continue to press on. There's got to be a foul there, surely. But now it's Jesus Mendoza. He's done well to win the ball back. Back out to Luke Stans. Back to Clark. James Tower down there for Leighton Town. Looks to be okay. Ravage there. Come really well to clear his lines. Luke Stance. It's Jaden Irish. United still trying to push the league leaders to get a point. Taylor Winey continued to press the goalkeeper. Good pressing there by Luke Starnes, and Clark will try and take this throw in quickly. Lionel, 2 minutes and 90 to play. Can Biggleswade United get a point against league leaders Leighton Town, who will be crowned champions if they do get a point at most? And now Leighton Town might look to counter-attack here. The game has really so far been decided by a 5-10 minute spell of absolute brilliance from the league leaders. Taylor was onside there, and now Biggleswade United have got themselves some space in behind here if they can find it. It's Luke Starnes, Jaden Irish, all over the top, looks to find Milo Keane. It's a lovely pass. Milo Keane, ball's just too far and straight into the gloves of the goalkeeper. But the attitude of the Biggleswade United players, especially in this second half, has been immaculate. They've actually come out and, at the moment, won the second half against the league leaders. And being 2-0 down against a quality side like Leighton Town, it must be hard to keep your heads. And with an injury-riddled squad, they've made themselves proud, regardless of what this scoreline ends up being. It's no shame losing to Leighton Town, of course. They've beaten many, many teams this season. But Biggleswade United don't want to lose tonight. It's James Clark out to Luke Starnes. Now Jesus Mendoza goes for goal. It was very lackluster there. I think he was half asking between a pass and a shot there, looking to try and find Taylor Winey. It was unfortunate. Driven behind, and Lovejoy and Jonathan Wright did well. A lot of pressure, Jonathan Wright, but he's done well. It's out with Jaden Irish. He's done really well. And then he intercepted a foul free kick to be into the stoppage time of the 90. Biggleswade looked to find a point. It's come all the way through. That would have been a great pass, but referee stopped it because it wants it to be retaken, the free kick. Not had many stoppages. We're in the last couple of minutes here. Leighton Town moments away from winning the championship, but for Biggleswade United, they've put through a valiant second half performance to being 2-0 down at half time against the league leaders. It's 2-1, and they're looking to try and get a valuable point here. Mendoza. Oh, that was a bit of a high boot there, but Farees allowed it. It's now Gaz Hunt with Milo Keane. Jesus Mendoza. Lovely bit of skill. Not sure how much he meant there with that. And now it's Babbage. Keeps the ball out to James Clark. This comes through. Now Leighton look to counter here and pick up Biggleswade United. It's a 2-on-1. The flag's up though. It weren't going to count. Number 7's offside. Sorry, number 3's offside. There's Leighton Town here. And it's looking to rack up the minutes to down the clock. They're making a triple substitution. The visitors. Nathan Flanagan, former Biggleswade United player, coming on for the last few minutes. Guys, looking to find Taylor. A bit of a loose ball actually there. Taylor, if he chased that ball down, he could have had a chance there. He could well still have a chance. It's Taylor Winey's Ball's coming behind. That is the full-time whistle here at the Keech Hospice Care Stadium. It's finished. Biggleswade United 1, Leighton Town 2. Big congratulations to Leighton Town, who have officially got promoted and are champions of the Spartan South Midlands League. It was a real good contest, and they really proved at times in that first half just why they are champions, because some of the football was some of the best I've seen an opposition play this season for sure against Biggleswade United, and they definitely showed just why they are in the position they are in. But for Biggleswade United, they should be keeping their heads up, because they've really made a contest for the league leaders and the champions now, Leighton Town. They've put in a hell of a performance when you consider the fact that came into this game full of injuries. Biggleswade United, Charlie Black drafted in almost just to help out Christian just for this game, and put in a hell of a performance. 17-year-old James Clark making his debut and playing really well against the league leaders. But once again, Leighton Town, just that 5 to 10 minute spell where they just proved to be a bit too much for Biggleswade United, and it was Lobgell and McLeod in that first half getting the crucial goals that won them the game. But for Biggleswade United, they came back in the second half trying to get themselves back in the contest. Taylor Wiley made it 2-1, but Leighton held on in the end, and they only needed a point tonight, but they managed to get all three to clinch promotion. So congratulations to Leighton Town. From all of us here at Biggleswade United, congratulations on promotion. And for Biggleswade United, we'll be back on Saturday against Olsey Town, a derby match there. Biggleswade United are up against Olsey Town at home. The Keech Hospice Care Stadium will be live on Twitter Spaces for that one with myself, Ryan Madden, on commentary. Thank you all for tuning in, whether you are a Leighton Town supporter or a Biggleswade United supporter or just any supporter, really. Thank you all for joining us. And just to wrap it up, big thank you for all of our sponsors before we go. Winchmore Brickwork for being the men's first team sponsor. Theo for being our women's senior team sponsor. Flawless Landscapes for being our reserve team sponsor. J&B Motorsport for being our vets team sponsor. Recycling Lines for being our general sponsor. And the Keech Hospice Care for being our ground sponsor. It was a tough game against a real tough side in Leighton Town, who, once again, congratulations to them. But Biggleswade United, they should keep their heads up high, because the circumstances they were in, I think they did put in a great performance. So, yep. That's going to wrap it up here. We'll have post-match reaction from our head coach, Christian Collis, live on Twitter in a couple of hours' time. So look out for that at Biggleswade UTD on Twitter. Make sure you stay subscribed to our YouTube channel, Facebook page, and our Twitch channel to never miss a live stream. That's going to wrap it up from me, Ryan Madden, your Biggleswade United commentator. We'll be back for the next one. Take care. Stay safe. And